Hello, friends. This is Olatunde. This is Money Matters, an extension of my program, my radio program. And on this YouTube channel, I talk about legitimate businesses you can do to make money without stress and live a comfortable life that you have always wanted. Now, to see more videos from me, it is important for you to click the subscribe button and then click the notification bell so that you'll be informed each time I upload a new video. Now, today I'm going to be talking about something very important, something very peculiar to us, especially if you're an African or if you're a Nigerian. The other day, a young man came to my office and I was telling him about what the things that he can do, that he could do to make money legitimately online. Then he asked me, I hope it's not a scam. Wow. And I said, the scam business, the scam life that you have been living all this time, what have you done about it? He looked around as he was like, okay. I said, what did you do about MMM that scammed you? He was very proud to say, I wasn't scammed by MMM, that I didn't do the business. I wasn't scammed by MMM to myself. Most Nigerians were. Personally, I didn't understand their business model, so I didn't want to do the business. So if you lost money to MMM, sorry about that. It's one of those things. If you don't fall, you not rise. There's no way you try to run, to walk without falling sometimes. You get up, get back up and move. You don't say because you are falling, you're not going to go to where you're going anymore. No. By the time you get to your destination, you forget about the fact that you had once fallen. So don't look at the circumstances that befell you. If you look at the circumstances that befell you, you will not make new moves until you have gotten. When you get to your destination, you will not remember. See, when you enter into wealth, you forget the time you forget that you used to suffer. I'm telling you, by the time you enter into wealth, into riches, you will not remember that you were once broke. By the time you remember you were once broke, you will really thank God that is this still me? So I told the young man, I said, the scam life you have been living all this time, what have you done about it? He looked around to see if there was any scam following him. He was trying to be funny. I said, okay, look at you. All right, let me ask you some basic questions, and I'm asking you to as you're listening to me. All of us, most of us in Nigeria, we have been living in scam, but we're not doing anything about it. Instead of doing something about the scam life that we are living, you are smelling scam around that, whether somebody wants to scam you or not. And that's why your life is not changing. That's why you have remained in the same spot as I speak. What about the scam life that we have been living? What about the scam life you are sponsoring? You are living in the scam every single day of your life. Your children are living that scam every single day of their life. You are the one that even sponsored them into the scam life. And yet, whenever anybody introduces a new business to you, you'll be saying, I hope it's not scam. I hope it's not scam. What about the scam life that you are living that you are doing nothing about? You want me to tell you? Oh yes, I'm going to tell you that. Now, I asked the young man, I said, what's your qualification? What do you have as a qualification? He said he has B.Ed, Bachelor in Education. Wow, okay, that's good. So before you were able to get that B.Ed, how many years did it take you? 25 years? He said, well, 25? No, he said it was more than 25 years that he spent to get that B.Ed. Okay, good. Spent about almost 30 years, or if not more, to get your B.Ed, your first degree. I said, and I asked him then, I said, what work do you do? He said he teaches. I said, where do you teach? Now, this is a sad part of the story. He's not a lecturer at the higher institution. He's not teaching a federal secondary school. He's not teaching a state secondary school. He's not teaching at a community. He's not teaching at a private secondary school. He's teaching at a community secondary school. Now, a community secondary school, in terms of hierarchy, is the least among all. When you have a federal owned institution, state owned institution, then you have private institutions, and a community. Why? Because these community schools, they don't pay as much as state will pay. They not talk of paying you as much as federal will pay you. Now, that's where he worked. And that's where he works. And he has not been paid for the last 7 months. He's still hoping. The king of the land is telling them there's no money. Because it's the king and the community that works to ensure that these people get paid. And I asked him, so that's where you work. You spend almost 30 years of your life to get a qualification and start getting paid 30,000 naira every month that is not even regular. Is that not a scam life? Is that not scam? Alright. If you become a president of this country, you need only your school certificate, your secondary school certificate. Forget about all those people saying NYSC. They bring out all those ones when there are two or more people who want to go for the same post. So they now use educational qualification to screen them out. But ordinarily, what the constitution requires is that you have your school cert to enter any position, whether you're senator or president. That's all you need. Now, what do you need to secure a job of 70,000 naira in Nigeria? You need to have your primary school leaving certificate, your secondary school leaving certificate, your higher institution, a first degree, probably a master's degree with at least 5 years of experience before they will give you the job, which is just 70,000 naira. And then that 70,000 naira is not even enough. By my calculation, every young man needs at least 60,000 naira to survive in Nigeria. So you're getting 70,000 naira. You're not married. Now, if you are married, you have children. Imagine the stress, the pressure that will be upon you. We wake up every day to go to school, to learn, to spend years in the academic environment for us to obtain a particular certificate, and then we use the certificate to start looking for a job thereafter. How many years do we spend to get this certification, and then we spend the rest of our life struggling to live, to eke out a living? That is a scam life. I categorically say that it is the greatest scam ever that I've ever experienced. I'm also a product. For me to be able to speak English, of course, I went to school, but then I started thinking the kind of life. I'm not against education. I'm not against academics. I'm not against education, but I am against you going to the university, studying for over 20 years, over 2 decades of your life to study, only to come out with a certificate. I like what some schools have started doing now. They have started including vocational courses into their curriculum. The other day at my alma mater, I saw they now have bricklaying as a course for everybody. Whatever course you are studying, whatever course of study you are studying, you must have that vocational study. Some of them is catering, some of them is building, some of them is mechanic, many other things that they have included in vocational studies, so that even with your degree, you will be able to live. If you have not gotten a job yet, you will not be stranded. How can you go to a university? How can you acquire education certificate for over 20 years, and all you came out from it is just your certificate? That is failure. It is failure, and it is a scam line. And that's what we are doing in this country. And that's what we keep telling our children to do. We tell them to do the same thing. See, there was a time education was hot cake in Nigeria. That was the time of our fathers, when they went to school and job was waiting for them before they finish. Yes, that time it worked. But now, the money is no longer at the offices. If you're looking for a white-collar job, you need to think twice. You need to really think smart. Now, hard workers are not the ones that make money in this country. It's smart workers. It's a smart work that gives you money, not hard work. You can work hard. Those people that work hard, if you go to any company, for instance, you go to any company, those people that work hard are the ones that are paid least. You're a factory worker, you are working hard. The people that get paid more are in the offices receiving AC. The people that work hard are the ones that are at the factory, at the lower cadre. So you have to be smart for you to be able to achieve all that you have always wanted in life. Now, the money is no longer at offices, like I said earlier. The money is on the internet. If you really, really want to make money, you must start thinking smart. You must start thinking smart. Now, most of the things we use now, they're smart things. Smartphone, smart wristwatch, smart TV, smart cars. You need to start thinking smart at a frequency higher than the frequency every other person is operating at. The other day we were at the office, somebody was saying that he doesn't have money. My colleague told him, you better sell your phone to go and use it to buy information. So, see, information is key. If you are not informed, you will be deformed. I've been hearing that from motivational speakers and pastors. If you are not informed, you'll be deformed. Actually, it's true, but it has been underemphasized. See, information is the key that will transform your life forever. Information is all that you are looking for. You don't need money. What you need is information. Information is what will give you the money that you have always wanted. But people start running after money, start changing job. Now, if you don't, if you are not being paid well in your office, what you want to do next is to get another job or go back to school to take another degree, maybe a master's degree, and then come back to tender your certificate, and then they will upgrade you and they increase your money a little bit. Or you may look for a job that pays higher. That's not what you need. It's not more education. It is information that you need. How you can, the information that you have access to that other people will not have access to, or your creativity plus ability to get right information when you need it. That is what is going to transform your life, not your education. You have been doing the same thing the same way and you have been getting the same result. It is foolishness. It is foolishness doing the same thing the same way and every time expecting a different result. If you want to get a different result, I need you to change your approach. And to change your approach, you need information. You need ideas. And the internet is vast. It's full of information that can transform your life. Why are you not taking advantage of the information that you can have access to? You have a browsing phone, you have data, and yet you lack information. You are still carrying your file from one office to the other office, looking for a job. Why are you looking for a job when you can create one? I have never worked for anybody in my life. I have never worked for anybody in my life. And now it's too late. It is too late to start working for somebody because I have access to information and I keep going for information. Information is what will transform your life. Information is what has always transformed the lives of people. If you are not informed, you'll be deformed. So the next time, before you start accusing somebody or asking somebody whether it is scam business he wants to introduce you to, get informed. Observe yourself. You've been living a life of scam. You've been living a life of scam. They've scammed up. They've lied to us. They lied to us that if we go to school and get good grades, we are going to get good jobs. We did that and we didn't get the good jobs. We didn't get the good jobs. We got trash. Now, we need to start working smart. I made up my mind. My children will never live the kind of life I lived. They will never struggle like I did because I have strategy on ground for them. As they are clocking 10, they start working on those strategies to achieve the life I never achieved, to achieve the life that they have always wanted at a very tender age. You need to do the same thing for your children. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time blaming other people, blaming the society, blaming the government that they did not do this. Government doesn't need to do anything. The only thing the government owes me is peace. That there may be peace in the country. If there is peace in the country, I make my money. But if there's no peace, there will be wahala. So you don't need the government to do anything for you. Nobody owes you anything. You are the only one who is responsible for how your life turns out to be. If you turn out to be a nincompoop, if you turn out to be a pauper, it is only you and your family members who are going to suffer. Now, your desire to become wealthy in life is only important to you. Stop blaming people. Your uncle, your brother who is abroad, who is not sending money to you, your parents or whoever that you are blaming, the government, stop blaming them. Get serious with your life. Go for information. Stay on this YouTube channel. I'll reveal to you information that will transform your life. Stay on this channel. Go for more information and your life will never be the same. Thank you so much for your time. Get ready for life transforming information on this YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and get ready to be informed. Have a nice day.